kicks, MP.
MP about to tear the roof off.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
To a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using insulting language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest security or a real staff member. Let's be here for our Blankets giveaway day and get a free pool. We can't wait to see you at our next home game, Bulls fans, because each and every one of you will be getting your own Bulls backpack. If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Nikola Vucevic.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now the starting group for Orlando. They've got Wagner, Ferguson out there with Black. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Temple in at the power forward. And for Chicago, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Booker out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Greg, midway into the season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
And Orlando starts out with the ball. MP and his team are trying to become a powerhouse on the defensive end of the ball. They're hoping to mount a concerted effort to slow teams down.
So far, so good. I give MP props for delivering so far on that promise. But any team can have an off night. To prove you're the real deal on defense requires a much longer stretch of time to observe.
And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, MP takes a unique approach to his defensive assignments. He said, when you try to score on me, I take it personally. That gives me the extra motivation to shut you down completely. He said some of his teammates have adopted that approach as well. Guys?
Here he is again, David. MP leading the charge for his team. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against.
Here's Black. Takes a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And here are the Bulls now. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow. Quite a stretch.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And so here's Orlando, following the three from Booker. Ferguson kicks to Black. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Beal, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
Orlando's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Black. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's Kessler. Shoots over Vucevic. Kessler, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The shot by Beal, no good. Here are the Magic now. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Here's Booker. Last time, 45 points for him. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. And it's Wagner missing. And so Booker will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the score.
Here's Black after the made shot from Booker. Here's Kessler. Vucevic with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Got a piece of it. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Magic shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Good from Wagner.
Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
Now, here's Wagner. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Five on the clock. With the shot, the Magic again can't hit.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Here's Booker. Softly drops in the floater. Booker's got 7.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Magic trail by 3. Pass to Ferguson. Wagner on the wing. Here's Temple. Tries a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Booker the pass to Butler. Booker is screen on Wagner. Here's Butler. Goes back up. He lays it in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Ferguson. Back to Wagner. Six on the shot clock. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Here's Wagner after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Second shot opportunity. Williams with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Chicago. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's the Magic. They find themselves in 6th place.
Well, when I look at Orlando, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
Now, here's Wagner. 6 points for him. Misses the wing 3.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Booker finds Vucevic. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, Kevin. With the trade deadline nearing, the front office of the Celtics has announced their latest move. They wanted to add some more size, and they certainly did by picking up Jonas Valanciunas, and the hope is that the big man will be an easy fit and help keep this team fired up while also making them a stronger matchup for bigger teams.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Orlando trailing here. Black the pass to Medu. Black kicks to Wagner. Pass to Kessler. Here's Black, defended by Booker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. To the middle. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Now it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
Well, really, he's a point forward. You can run your offense through Jimmy Butler.
Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
We did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Pass to Medu. To the inside. Black. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Bulls leading by 4. Butler dishes to Beal. Williams looking around. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ferguson. Another key contributor in that nice win against Milwaukee. Kessler against Vucevic. Here's Black. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now just a 1-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, if Kessler keeps passing the ball like that, he will be dangerous.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Booker to the paint. The kick outside to Butler. Beal the pass to Williams. Sinks the triple. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Black, defended by Booker. Wagner with it from outside the arc. No good on that one.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Magic trail by 6. Here's Ferguson. Pass to Wagner from past the arc. Rebound by Williams.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 14 assists and 5 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Zach LaVine's checked in for Butler. And it's Kobe White in for Beal. 1:49 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jones. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first. Down low, here's Booker. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Temple. Now, here's Howard. Can't nail the jumper.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
The Magic trail by 6. Outside, Jones. Marion outside. Brown with a screen on Levine. A shot by Marion, no good. Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Smith sets the pick for Booker. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Marion outside. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Marion.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Booker.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Magic trail by 6. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Magic substitution, number 10, Smith.
We've got 30. Seconds left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Orlando shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
Shooting for Orlando, Smith at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Booker kicks to White from deep three-point territory. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls leading by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
The wingmen, White and Levine. Jalen Smith is out there with Buzelis. And it's Booker in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hi, guys. Easy breezy in the last game against Charlotte. Just was phenomenal. He scored 45 points, and his passing was a cut above, with a ton of assists on the night. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
The Magic making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. So it's Chicago now, following the bucket by Orlando. Smith with a screen on Jones. Jones against Booker. Outside, White. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. The Magic trail by 5. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. On the wing, Mary. Guarded by Levine. 6 to shoot. Back to Jones. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Howard, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Booker. 17 points in the game. Smith on the wing. Outside, Levine. Pass to Booker. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And there's Levine on the assist from Booker.
A well-practiced shooter. Levine has complete confidence in his shooting motion.
Here's Temple. Brown with the screen on White. Outside Howard. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's White. 9-point game his last outing. On the wing, Booker from deep. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 20.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. White the pass to Levine. Now Buzelis. Pass to Booker. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Jones kicks to Temple. Jones against Booker. Launches it. Buzelis grabs the board. Booker with it, and it's Marion picking him up. Levine, good.
Well, Levine may have cut down on his mid-range attempts, but he's still more than capable from that.
Marion with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Pass to Temple. Back to Marion. Jones from outside. Again, the miss by Jones.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Magic trail by 7. Puts the move on. And the layup is up and in. Jones has got 8 points.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Smith with a screen on Jones. Back to Booker. Pass to Smith. Outside White. Just 5 on the clock. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And White has more of a feel now for when he should look to score. Nice bucket there.
Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Now here's Jones. He's got 8. And the basket is good. 10 points for him.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
The Bulls leading by 5. White gets the screen from Booker. White, good.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here is Howard. 6 points for him. Outside, Jones. Pass to Temple. And stolen by Booker. Now here's Levine. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And that one drops.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Here are the Magic now, trailing by 10. Now Marion. Pass to Temple. Outside, Jones. Over Booker. Jones, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
White looking around. Smith sets the pick for White. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Howard dishes to Jones. And Temple kicks to Jones. Brown with a screen on Booker. Marion outside. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Chicago leading by 10. Booker in the post. Guarded by Marion. Booker, no good. Booker against Marion. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
And here's Booker. He's got 23. Pass to Levine. Outside, White. Now Buzelis drains the three-pointer. Buzelis has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Beal subbed in for Booker. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Brown. Franz Wagner comes in for Marion. Ferguson's checked in for Howard. And Black's subbed in for Trey Jones. Here's Ferguson. Hasn't made one yet. There's Wagner with the three. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. A nice shot by Black.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Williams after the Magic pick up two. Butler deciding where to go with it. Rocket 6. And it's White missing.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort today.
Wagner passes to Temple. Here's Black. Launches a three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Right side, Butler. Beal, the pass to Williams. Vucevic a screen on Kessler. No problems knocking that one down. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Black. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And he makes the first.
Well, where Kessler is elite is on the boards, and he's an excellent rim protector. Those two things alone will earn you minutes.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kessler with the rebound. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Temple. Pass to Kessler. Wagner outside. It's good from long range. He's got 12.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's 3. Total confidence.
On the wing, Williams. And Beal kicks to Butler. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Black. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:32 left here in the second. The driving Jimmy Butler. And he makes that one. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, the defense does their job. But the fact of the matter is, Butler likes having to fight them for it.
Now, here's Wagner. 12 points for him. Here's Black. Again, the Magic score.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's White. 8 points for him. Buries it from three-point range. White's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Orlando ball.
.46 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Wagner.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Yeah, Butler's certainly not shy seeking out contact. He can live at the line.
Chicago shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Butler.
Well, Butler embodies toughness. He plays hard every single minute that he's on the court.
And so he hits both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Temple. Ferguson for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And the Bulls with another miss. Wagner outside. 1 second left. And he sinks the layup. Wagner's got 14. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bulls lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Orlando Magic.
I'm surprised it's this close, not going to lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
Mincing, no words, as usual. We'll see if Coach can get into their heads.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
I've got a good idea of who I want to see make the cut. So far, these results are close, but I know what I'm thinking. It's right there, Shaq.
That's why this is a democracy, Kenny. One person doesn't get to choose.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Bulls leading by 5. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Black is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Wagner. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Temple in at the power forward.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
In the corner, it's Temple. Wagner on the wing. Kessler setting the pick for Wagner. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Vucevic setting the pick for Beal. Takes it inside. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And that's how smart Beal is. Knows how to angle his body through the contact and not let it affect the finish.
The Magic trail by 9. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Black. Wagner outside. Here's Temple. Shot clock at 6. Here's Black. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in. Black's got 19 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Williams finds Butler. No good from Booker. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Inside, Temple. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And both free throws good for Temple. Beal with it. 10 points for him. Outside Williams. Back to Booker. Good. A nice assist for Williams. And now it's up to 25 points for Easy Breezy. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Wagner passes to Kessler. Orlando moving the ball around. A nice shot by Black.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now here's Booker. 25 points in the game. Beal taking his time here. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Wagner outside. Kessler passes to Temple. No good on the shot. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Here are the Magic now after the three-pointer from Booker. Here's Black. 1 point in the game. Now Wagner fires from deep. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wagner with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Wagner.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Wagner. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Pass to Black. Tries from 10. That's good on the jump shot. Black's got 23 points.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the bucket by Orlando. There's a screen by Williams. Beal dishes to Booker. 6 to shoot. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Booker's got 30.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Ferguson. Black kicks to Temple. Three-pointer on the way. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Butler. Here's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Franz Wagner.
Well, when it comes to drawing fouls, few do it better than Jimmy Butler.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
Here's Black. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Here's Beal following the bucket by Orlando.
And the coaches want this from Beal. Play aggressive, force your way to the strike.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Bulls, Bradley Beal. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Beal.
First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long.
And the Bulls making a change here. Levine's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And now a veteran in this league, Beal is hungry to compete for championships at this stage of his career.
Wasted no time on that one. Black's got 11 points in the quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
In the paint, Butler.
No, the defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
Wagner passes to Kessler. Into the lane. And stolen by Booker. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And the jam by Levine.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
The Magic trail by 12. Wagner passes to Kessler. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Beal. Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. Five to shoot. Makes it off the glass. Wagner's got 18 points.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Fires from 18. And it's Chicago scoring again.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Temple. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Beal. Basket good. Ferguson's got his first bucket in this one.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
For three, Levine. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Levine with that high arching shot from the corner.
Here's Black. 28 points for him. Wagner outside. Here's Black. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Booker. Ferguson with the rebound. The Magic trail by 13. Pass to Kessler. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Temple. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 7.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Chicago with the ball. Here's Booker. Black grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Wagner. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And Booker kicks to Vucevic. Outside, Beal. Shoots a fader. Rebound by the Magic. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Black. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Booker. No good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 10. Outside Butler. Pass to Levine. Beal from long range. Black grabs the board. The Magic shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Medu. Back to Black. Brown with the screen on Beal. Here's Black. The Magic again can't hit.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
White inside, working on Black for three. Smith. Rebound by the Magic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Marion. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Butler sets a screen for Levine. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Levine's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
There's the three. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Bulls leading by 10. There's 1:40 left to play here in the third. Smith with a screen on House. White, good.
Yeah, showing good offensive instinct. White knew that was his shot to take.
Here's Black. He has 29. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
For Orlando, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Bruce Ellis has checked in for Beal. And the Magic making a change here as well. Carter, he's checked in for Metu. .119 left to play in the third. Levine feeling it out a bit. Here's White. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Marion. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Marion with the steal. Here's Brown. Rebound by Smith. Chicago leading by 9. Butler kicks to White. Buzella sets a screen for White. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. To the inside. Carter dishes to Black. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. That shot no good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. This is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Wingmen White and Levine. Buzelis out there with Smith. And it's Booker in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's White following the three-pointer by Orlando. Back to Booker. Latrey connects from three-point range. Booker's got 35 in the game.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
The Magic trail by 9. Marion outside. Carter outside. Pass to Smith. Takes a shot at the elbow. The shot's good. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
A nice shot by Booker.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Well, Orlando shooting at 51%. Really solid. Brown with a screen on White. Smith on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Shot from the wing. Second chance effort. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shot on the wing. No good from Booker. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Smith, no luck. The Bulls leading by 9. Levine with it, picked up by Brown. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that's just strength right there. Levine's time in the weight room paying off.
Beals checked in for the Bulls.
First team foul.
Mind the lane.
At the line
Mind
for
the
the
lane.
Bulls,
One shot.
Zach Levine, shooting 1.
Well, you love to have a shooter like Levine on your roster. The defense has to cover a lot more ground when he's on the floor.
Ball's knocked loose. 3 on none. There's no one back. Booker's shot is good. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Carter outside. The wide open look here for Marion. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And so Booker will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Beal. Outside Levine. Buzelis with the ball. And here's Booker from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Booker's got 42 in the game.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Smith the pass to Marion. A 3-ball. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Kick out to Levine. No good on the 3. The Magic trail by 15. And here's Smith. Carter at the elbow. Magic moving the ball around. Howard with a clean look. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Booker against Smith. On the wing, Marion. Pass to Howard. Brown sets a screen for Howard. Another miss by Orlando. The Bulls leading by 15. He lines up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Carter. Marion against Levine. Smith with it. Takes the three. Rebound by Smith. Pass to Booker. Fires the three. Drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 45 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Chicago making a switch here. Stewart's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Brown. Wagner comes in for Marion. Ferguson's checked in for Carter. And it's Anthony Black in for Smith. On defense, Chicago have allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Bulls. Number 1, Kyle Anderson.
Howard, the pass to Black. The Magic again can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, the process was good. A solid look inside. Sometimes the basketball just doesn't go in. He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
On the wing, Booker. Pass to Smith. That's good from Booker on the assist by Smith. Booker's got 47 points. The Magic trail by 20. And stolen by Booker. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. The three. And another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. Pass to Ferguson. Now, here's Howard. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Here's Booker. And here is Beal. Anderson with the screen for Beal. To the paint. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
And that game against Brooklyn, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The first free throw is good.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Chicago making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Anderson. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Beal. And a switcher also for Orlando. Temple's checked in. And so Levine nails both of them. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Beal's checked in for the Bulls.
Bradley Beal.
Here's Ferguson. Here's Wagner. And it's Orlando with another.
Well, look, it's been a big night for Wagner. He's 6'10", skilled, smart, a really difficult matchup.
And got it. Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And Orlando has possession. To the middle. Here's Black. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Black's got 14 points here in the second half. The Bulls leading by 18. Now here's Booker. Outside, Beal. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Vucevic setting the pick for Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding.
Now, here's Wagner. Now, Kessler. Fires it up. They get it back. Black. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Third personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Magic, Black. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
The Magic shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. To the left wing. Vucevic against Kessler. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Here's Booker. Rebound by the Magic. Black's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Wagner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
14th foul. Shooting for Orlando. Temple. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. The Bulls leading by 17. Booker looking around. Down low. Here's Williams. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Beal's got his 7th assist here tonight. Williams has gone 75% from the field. 6 baskets and 8 attempts. Here's Temple. Kessler trying to get open. Temple can't get it to go. And Chicago shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Outside Butler. Booker with no one around. A 3-pointer, no good. The Magic trail by 19.
Bulls foul. Booker. 4th personal foul. 15th foul. Shooting for Orlando. Franz Wagner.
No good on the free throw.
Line for 2.
He hits the second from the line.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
And stolen by Wagner. To the paint. Ferguson, the pass to Black.
Chicago foul. Booker. 5th personal foul. Team is in the penalty. Shooting for Orlando. Black. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Booker. And it's Wagner with the rebound. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. Both teams deciding to change it up. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now here's Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when you when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all.
Free throw, good. Booker. Chicago making a switch here. Bruce Ellis is checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. The Magic trail by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Easy Breezy.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Marion outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Zach LaVine. First personal foul. At the line for the Magic, Marion taking 2 shots.
That's good from Marion. And Marion drops them both. Now the Bulls with it. Booker with it. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Banked in off the glass. Booker's got 60. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Magic. 19-point game. Brown trying to free himself up. Shots good by Ellis. .26 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Smith with a screen on Ellis. Here's Booker. Another one goes. Incredible. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Good game, MP. You earned that one.